Take a look at these photographs. Different countries, different leaders, yet the same face keeps appearing. Fidel Castro. How did Cuba's revolutionary leader become woven into so many defining moments of African history? 1959, that was the year Fidel Castro overthrew the Batista dictatorship in Cuba and came to power. Castro believed colonialism, apartheid, and imperialism were part of the same struggle. Supporting liberation movements abroad became a central part of Cuba's foreign policy. But Africa also held a deeper significance. Between the 16th and the 19th centuries, hundreds of thousands of enslaved Africans were taken to Cuba. Their descendants helped shape the country's culture and identity. In 1998, addressing South Africa's parliament, Fidel Castro said, "Without Africa, we would not be what we are today." One of Cuba's earliest African partners was Ghana under Kwame Nkrumah. Both leaders believed newly independent nations had a responsibility to support those fighting for freedom. As liberation movements spread across Africa, Cuba became increasingly involved. Its first major intervention came in Algeria, where it sent doctors, military advisors, and supplies after independence in 1962. In the Congo, Cuba backed the Simba Rebellion following Patrice Lumumba's assassination. Che Guevara led the mission in 1965. Although it failed, Cuba did not abandon its commitment to Africa. It later supported Amilcar Cabral's struggle in Guinea-Bissau and Samora Machel's movement in Mozambique, providing military training, doctors, and technical assistance. The defining chapter came in Angola. When civil war broke out in 1975, Cuba intervened in support of the MPLA, launching Operation Carlota. Over the next 16 years, more than 300,000 Cuban troops served in Angola. The significance of Cuba's role was perhaps best captured by Nelson Mandela. Soon after his release from prison in 1990, Mandela traveled to Havana to thank Fidel Castro for Cuba's support during Southern Africa's liberation struggles. The relationship did not end with the liberation wars. Cuba continued to send doctors, teachers, engineers across Africa, while thousands of African students received scholarships to study in Cuban universities before returning home to serve their countries. That commitment was visible again in 2014 when Cuba deployed the largest medical contingent sent by any single country to help combat the Ebola outbreak in West Africa. Fidel Castro remains one of the most significant foreign figures in Africa's modern history. His story is also part of Africa's liberation story.